Welcome back to Sakura Agent. In the last episode, we stuck our head into an alternate dimension that led to Sakura Beach.
Yep.
For reasons. But, as our hero will say, did I really just see all of that? Yes. Yes, you did.
Yep, that happened.
And this Seiji guy, they said he looked just like me? What the hell is that supposed to mean? I'm presuming that I was looking into some sort of alternate reality or something. Then what does that mean? If that was real, that's really troubling. I need to talk to Masumi and Kimiko about it when I get back. After that, I need to completely forget about that Seiji guy. There's no way in hell that I'd want to be anything like what they described. Why the hell would those two girls be all over him if he's like that? So little of what I saw makes sense. I need to think things through. The last thing I need is to have an existential crisis right now.
So you're saying you saw a breach open, yet no incursion species emerged from it?
Yes, it was perfectly clear, too. That thick black fog you see in normal incursions wasn't there.
And there were two girls on the other side?
Yeah, they called me Seiji, or something.
Because you supposedly looked exactly like someone they knew?
Yeah.
In all my time in the agency, I've never heard of anything like this happening. Are you sure that you weren't just seeing things?
In all the years we have worked together, have I ever seen things before, Kimiko?
You saw a $1,000 bottle of whiskey that you thought was free.
I just don't simply make things up like that for attention.
Right. The incursion's been dealt with now, so we need to head back to the city as soon as possible.
I say we just stay for one more day. There might be some stragglers which escaped from that beach.
There are other agents which have been placed on duty around the coastline. If anything emerges from that ocean, they'll be taken out right away.
Even so, I'm feeling a bit uneasy right now. Whatever that breach was, it definitely wasn't a normal incursion event. It was like I was looking into some sort of alternate reality. I don't know what you're both thinking, but I've never seen anything like that before. I'm thinking that there's something far bigger at work here than we previously thought.
Well, we don't have any real evidence of what happened apart from your eyewitness testimony. It's not that I don't believe you, Akira, but trying to convince the board members that you saw something like that is going to be hard with just your testimony. You have a history of lying about the details of events, so...
I know. They won't believe me. Masumi just sits there quietly listening to the two of us.
What if we just pretend that we saw it too? That way they would definitely believe the testimony. Keep in mind they're also going to want hard evidence. Even if all three of us said that we saw it, there's no way to prove it. Then it might as well have not happened.
Damn.
All we can do for now is keep watch and see if anything else anomalous happens. I'll make sure that the sensors in this house are tuned to pick up on any unusual activity in the area too. So if we see another breach like the one from before, Akira, we should be able to provide evidence.
Great. Thanks. That puts me a bit more at ease. If Kimiko testifies to it and has solid evidence, then we can prove it happened. Masumi actually seems tired to me. I'm sure that, physically speaking, she's just fine, but this is the first incursion event of this scale that she's dealt with, I think. She's deeply shaken by it. Another thing I want to talk about is that there appears to be a new species popping out of those breaches now. And it looked like they were a lot smarter than normal, too.
Yeah, normally they're easy to squish. But those ones were all slippery and tricky. They kept sliding out of the way before I could get them.
I saw that you had a lot of trouble getting a solid grip on them, too.
Yeah, they were really slimy and my hands just slid off. Some of them were avoiding my shells, too. This is worrying. There's something more intelligent at work here. Someone or something is commanding these creatures, and it's another Sakura protagonist, probably. I hope that HQ has some answers.
They better have. If we're out here risking our lives to get rid of these damn things, then I want to know what it is we're dealing with.
Well, we have to head back soon. I can drive if you want, Akira.
Sounds good to me.
Shotgun!
A rather interesting report, Agent Akira. And accounts from Kimiko and Masumi verify it. We will supply you with more information once we have assessed your claims. Thanks. I'd like to know what it is as soon as possible. You will know when we feel you need to know. You may take your leave. Dicks. What a day it's been already. As soon as I got back, the first thing I did was submit my report. I didn't tell them about the breach because I had no evidence, of course. However, they seemed extremely skeptical about my claims of the incursion species changing. It's then that I see Masumi running to me.
Hey, Akira! How'd it go?
It was like trekking through a swamp made of taffy in there. But they're more or less convinced of our claims now. Oh boy.
Well, we win then.
Not yet. We have to wait and see if they are actually going to act on our findings.
Damn it.
Yeah. I just shrug. Where's Kimiko, by the way?
She was really busy with something else.
She does have a ton of paperwork from time to time. I probably won't see her for the rest of the day. It's then that I feel a ping of guilt. Should be pang, but whatever. Alright. Thanks. I think I know where she is.
No problem.
You should find a training room, Masumi. Remember what we talked about before?
Yeah, I do. Really want to learn how to control my strength better. After what happened before...
Yeah. You did look pretty shaken, rookie.
That's why I need to do better. If I can't squish them like usual, then I need to come up with some different ways to beat them. If Space Squid's gonna beat me...
I can't help but smile to myself as she says Space Squid. It seems the name's taken root in her head, and Kimiko's insistent use over Entangler. Good idea. There's plenty of facilities in here which you can use. So, go for it.
I'll go find one now.
She immediately hurries off. At least say goodbye before you go.
Nah, you don't need it.
Walking down the hallway, I think about what happened on that cliff. She was crying and didn't even seem to understand why. It's obvious that there's something between us. I mean, how could there not be at this point? What I need to do is sit down and talk things out with her. Once we have all that sorted, then we can work out what's going to happen from here. She says she's scared of change. That's a perfectly reasonable thing to be afraid of, I think. I arrive in front of Kimiko's office. She gets some pretty nice perks from the agency. I knock on the door. Hey, Kimiko? There's no response. Are you in there? Still no response. Are you mad at me or something? Normally, I've annoyed her enough by now to get her to come out of the room. Something doesn't feel right to me at all. Listen, I'm coming in, Kimiko. I slowly open the door, hoping not to rise or rouse her ire. But I hear another noise coming from the room. A noise that I wish I wasn't familiar with. Kimiko! I slam the door open. Okay.
Whoa.
Didn't quite expect that, to be perfectly honest. It's very droopy and goopy. And whoa. That's what happens when I flick my mouse wheel. To my shock, there's a space squid in the room. Kimiko looks at me with dazed eyes. Slime drips onto her blouse, making it translucent enough for me to see everything. The whole scene in front of me is enough to make me take a step back out of the room.
Which is actually what we did. Akira, it ambushed me. It's been holding me prisoner here for a while.
I wonder if in the uncensored version her bra or whatever isn't there. See what I'm saying? Because that looks really weird on her one exposed boob. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't
but she has
gel
lacing.
with the rest of the outfit. Anyway, the space squid's slimy tentacles are sliding all over her body, keeping her firmly in its grip. I don't know if it's noticed me yet. I'm slowly reaching for my gun and silently hoping that it isn't immune to bullets. It's then that one of its tentacles flies at me. By some miracle, I barely managed to dodge it. Damn, so fast! It flings more tendrils, its mass almost filling the whole room. Its rubbery appendages slam against the walls of Kimiko's office, narrowly avoiding me each time. I begin to fire back, shooting at the appendages. This isn't going to do me any good, however. I need to aim for the center mass. The damn thing appears to be nesting in a corner of the room. But with all of those damn tendrils in the way, I have to keep dodging. One of them manages to snare me by the leg. Damn! Which I say apparently every other sentence. I fall onto my back as it pulls me toward it. So much for my luck holding out this time. The damn thing pulls me toward it.
Akira!
Kimiko struggles in its grip, but there's not a lot she can do now.
In comes Masumi for the big damn heroes moment?
She needs to concentrate to conjure something up, but she can't do that with this thing flailing all over her. Don't worry about me, Kimiko. I'll work something out. I shoot the tendrils pulling me toward the space squid. It's enough to get the damn thing to let me go. Can't keep wasting ammo on the tendrils. Gotta go for the core. Running to one corner of the room, the tendrils immediately follow me. I just have to shoot it once in the right place. If I just blindly fire, it'll retract those tentacles and I won't be able to clearly see its core. Here it goes! I squeeze my finger on the trigger. Everything seems to go in slow motion. It reacts to the sudden noise, but I can't move faster than a bullet. It begins to shrivel right away, fading into a black mist.
Aw, color me surprised.
What happened, Kimiko?
That entangler was hiding in my office.
How? How did it get here?
There must have been some small-scale incursion event inside the HQ. Can't say for sure. But either way, I have a feeling we aren't going to be safe here.
Damn it. No one noticed anything?
No alarms went off. Nothing indicated that it would be in there. This is really bad.
It's then that the alarms begin to sound off throughout the whole facility.
Incursion event in local proximity detected.
Oh yeah, you did do the announcer voice last time.
All agents should prepare counter-incursion methods. Non-combat personnel, please proceed to the closest exit or bunker room.
Unbelievable. A full-blown incursion event happening right here in HQ? I don't think this has ever happened before. We need to find Masumi and start cleaning up this incursion.
Sounds good to me.
She conjures her hand cannon and looks ahead. Personnel are panicking and practically stampeding through the halls. Something is following them, too. Something big. As they rush past us, we stand our ground.
What's that rumbling?
I'm not sure that I want to know, but it's heading this way. A black shape bursts into the hall. It looks like some kind of weird cross between a wolf and a gorilla. Two meaty arms dangle by its sides. A pair of glistening beady eyes peers out from underneath a brow of gristly muscle. It sniffs the air, as a wolf would.
I like how we were talking about Moogles with giant man arms yesterday, and that immediately pops into my head.
Kimiko, if you have something that can deal with this thing, now would be a really good time to start conjuring it.
For something that big? I'm gonna need time.
It's then that the creature seems to focus on us. It bares its teeth and lets out a low growl. I look down at my measly pistol. The armory. I would love to see a Moogle jacked up like a professional wrestler. It'd be the most disturbing fucking thing ever. The armory is only a few rooms away, but actually getting there is going to be nothing short of a miracle with that thing chasing us. Armory.
We won't make it if we try that.
I don't think we will either. There's a door to my left. No, that wouldn't help, I think. I have a feeling that this thing doesn't care about walls. To hell with it. I shoot at the wolf thing. Hey, you stupid abomination!
Kubo?
I'm over here. It doesn't take too kindly to being shot. Letting out a roar, it begins to barrel down the hall. I open the door to my left. In there, Kimiko!
What about you?
I'll be fine. She gets into the room, letting the creature settle its undivided attention onto me. I begin to sprint as hard as I can down the hall. Sensing my sudden movement, the creature begins to sprint as well.
I'm gonna pop your palm, Kubo!
If this were an open field, I'd be done for. However, there's a lot of twists and turns in this place, and I definitely know it better than this thing would. I bolt to the left, hearing it just behind me. Armory's just a few more rooms away. But the door is closed and needs a key card. I can't stop and get my key card right now. Hell, I really should have thought this through a bit more. It sounds like it's caught up to me, too. A pair of wicked claws slash at me from behind, tearing my clothes. Damn it! Another hall, another turn. To my relief, I see someone in front of me.
Akira!
No time to talk, rookie! I run past her and the hairy thing is nearly on top of her. She doesn't run away, however. I hear a loud bang as she slams her fist into its stomach. It stops dead in its tracks, completely winded from her blow. Nice hit, Masumi. It's then I notice that she's taking what appears to be a boxing stance. It's not a particularly good stance, but she's doing it anyway. The creature seems to recover quickly and lets out another growl.
What an ugly-looking dog. I should squish it.
And we will finish squishing it in the next episode because we're going to leave you with a little cliffhanger. Hit like if you hate the cliffhangers. That makes no sense, but do it anyway. Thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for another episode.
Masumi likes Paisa better.
What?
Masumi likes Paisa better than Moogles. A
Oh.
heathen.